All right, greetings everyone, and welcome to week 54 in the Rise of Obticeo. I started this account last year on January 1st. Used the Hyperdrive bundle, and I've been updating the account every week since then. Go through all the characters, the ship upgrades, talk about the account, the plans for the future, and y'all can follow along with that. And as always, if you're in the chat while this is going on, you can ask any questions you have about this account building in general, anything that might help you out. And if you're watching it after the fact, feel free to leave your comments in the area down below, and we'll talk about it. Or join us over on the Discord. We got a fantastic Discord community, and the link is also in the description of this holocron. As of week 54, the galactic power in the account is 3.88 million, rapidly approaching that 4 million barrier for hard conquest. 23 relics, 35 zetas, 7 omicrons. Shock T clones are still kind of the best team we have. CLS is coming along, but I tried it in Squad Arena, and we're still able to do more with the Shock clones right now because they're all relics. The CLS team kind of lost us a whole bunch of places overnight, so we'll leave that out for now. In Fleet Arena, we got that profundity, so we're back in the top 5, routinely getting first place again, so that feels so good. Relic project we're working on is Chewpio for next week. Energy plan, so I'm spending my energy on Wicket, Bindo, Mission, and Bastila. Bindo, Mission, and Bastila, of course, are for Jedi Knight Revan. If we're going to build Jedi Knight Luke, then we do also want Jedi Knight Revan to make a good Jedi team out of that. We finished up both Vandor, Chewbacca, and also Chewpio. So Chewpio and Vandor both finished up. So we're putting Rey into the farming plan. We need Stick Rey in order to get Jedi Training Rey, so we'll get on that and get her farmed up. With Fleet Energy, we're done with B1. Never mind. It won't be B1. It'll just be relic stuff. In the Cantina, we finished up Chief Chirpa, so now we're working on Lando and signal data. Mods, we're back to farming speed mods. And then the refresh strategy, I'm going to be real aggressive about it and try to go with 3 mod, 3 energy, 3 fleet every day. And really try to get in a lot of Cantina refreshes. Just basically every spare crystal I could get in the account will go to Cantina refreshes for now. Try to get up to 3. But with the current placement in GAC and the daily payout, we're just we're going to be a little bit short of what we need. We can get about 700 crystals a day routinely, but we need 750 to get that last refresh. Plan for the shops. Basically, we're just doing a warehousing strategy, trying to make sure we have at least 100 of everything. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm sure everybody does, right? You click on a piece of gear in the shop, and it'll show you all the characters that need it. So if you pick a piece of gear and you've got 54 of them, and you only see 2 characters down at the bottom of your screen that even need that piece of gear, don't worry about it. 50 is enough. If you've got 120 of them and you click on it, and the whole thing across the bottom of the screen is lit up with all the characters that need that gear, well, you're going to use up everything you've got and more, so maybe you make that purchase. So I don't know. If you don't have a good feeling for the gear, when you click on it in the shop, look how many characters need it, and then you'll know whether or not that's a good investment. Squad store, gear, Galactic War store, feeding the Shard shop. Out of the fleet right now, we're just making Shard shop currency. I'm not really buying Zeta materials out of there. I just keep making purchases every day and shoving it over into the Shard shop because Shard shop is so good. With the gear changes, it got even better. It's crazy. Guild event store, we're getting Negotiator and Hermit Yoda. Shard shop, everything's going toward Gear 13, purple and gold, and then any other good gear that I find over there. So let's have this discussion about Relic 0 or Relic 1. You guys know me. I like some good spreadsheet. I like some math. So right now, on both accounts, I've found that the gear changes that they've made, the upshot of it is when you're working on tier 2 characters, especially in those later gear tiers like 10, 11, and 12, that the gear changes are really making a difference there, which the net effect on both of my accounts is I've been able to get more characters to gear 12. In journey characters, I don't have to worry about farming a whole bunch of stuff to try to get the other characters to gear 12. I can just focus on relic stuff and Kairos. And on the Loquitur account, I'm farming a whole bunch of 9F trying to get materials for relic 8. And what I'm finding on both accounts is the net result. The gear speeds up the gear 12 characters. The fact that I don't have to focus on gear 12 materials means I'm getting more relic characters, and the signal data is just gone. On both accounts, I keep relicing characters, and I get them to relic 3 or 4 the week that they're relicked. I got to try to finish them out to relic 5 the next week, and then by the time I relic another character, I don't have the signal data to take them to the relic level that I want. So I'm chasing the signal data right now, even with a good amount of refreshes. And the Loquitur account is refreshing 3 times a day on Cantina, 21 Cantina refreshes a week, and I still can't keep up on signal data. So at first I was looking at a way to make some sense out of this and get more signal data. But I think at the end of the day, what if we made some relic characters and we just chose not to use the signal data on them? I mean, that's a valid choice, right? So and if anybody isn't familiar with it, the first tier going to relic 1, it only takes carbonite circuit boards. By the time you get to tier 2, it already takes 40 bronzium wiring. So I don't want to ever go to relic 2. If I'm trying to conserve materials, then relic 0 takes nothing. Tier 1, relic 1, it takes 40 carbonite circuit boards. So if I have enough circuit boards, if I'm good on those, I can take a character to tier 1. If I don't, I can leave them at relic 0. Just put the gear 13 on them. So then I did some math and I said, okay, well, how would that look? So I worked through that, and then I tried to figure out, if I put characters at relic 0, what kind of characters would I do that with? So I started thinking like Queel, Moff Gideon, BB-8, Zamoicell, the B1 battle droid. These are all characters that do better with more speed, and you always get 20 speed out of relicking a character, right? So you get 6, 6, and 8. So the 3 pieces on the right-hand side give you 6 speed, 6 speed, 8 speed for a total of 20 speed, taking them to gear 13. So, maybe these characters are functional at relic 0, relic 1, and maybe just giving them the 20 speed and a few more stats is already enough, and we don't have to work on their relic levels. So this is an idea. There seem to be some target characters. I mean, I've already got Moff Gideon built on Obticeo, but it's an example of characters that could benefit like that. So what I did is I said, okay, when I started doing math, it got all crazy. So I said, look, I'm only going to go to one of 4 relic tiers. I'm either going to leave it at 0, I'm going to take it to 3, assuming some of the lower relic requirements for a journey. Relic 5, which is a good character. You almost always want to take the relic 5 to be able to do the sea pit and all that other stuff. And then anything that I take past relic 5, take it all the way to relic 8. Like the Dark Trooper, I take it to relic 7, and I keep looking at it going, man, it really has to go to relic 8. I really want that character at relic 8. If I took my CLS to relic 7, I feel like I would want to take that character to relic 8 to just make it that much better. So I developed that idea a little bit, and I just took an 8-week block, and I said, based on the current experience that I have and some drop rates and some math, I said for an 8-week period, I could develop 6 relics, which is 1 every 9 days, and maybe we could do even better than that. This is kind of a modest calculation. It's 4 assault battles at challenge tier 2, and using the conquest gear, assuming that it would be up twice in an 8-week period, which may be aggressive, but I had to do something. And if you sort out all the signal data, you can get 1 R8, 2 relic 5s, 1 at relic 3, and you can then just take 2 of them that you develop just to relic 0. By leaving those at relic 0, it leaves you enough materials to take that character all the way to relic 8 without having to do any weird stuff for your signal data. And it's pretty clean. And you may even be able to take a third character to relic 5. So let's say that one relic 3 character might actually be a third relic 5 character with good statistics. But again, this is kind of conservative math. But if you tried to take all of this stuff to relic 3 or relic 5, you're just out of signal data. You can't develop the signal data fast enough. So I'm kind of... I think I'm going to try this on both accounts and see how it works out. Because on both accounts right now, I'm generating relics faster than I can generate signal data. All right, I haven't done more math than that, so I haven't like back tested it and sent it to other people to review and all that stuff. But that's the math. And if we don't do that relic 8, then we can probably keep up with the signal data. And let's say 1 out of 5 characters, if 1 out of 5 is relic 0 and we take the other 4 to the respective relic levels that we really want, it should work out even without the relic, especially if we're not doing a relic 8. Now I know a relic 8 doesn't use the Bronzium wiring, which is a bottleneck for everybody, but the relic 8 does use a ton of signal data, and that's kind of what I'm focused on here. So maybe, another way to approach this, instead of saying like 1 out of 5 characters I'm going to put at relic 0, it might be that one of the characters that you put at relic 0 is actually one of your journey characters. But then at the end of the journey, maybe you'll build up a Queel and put it at relic 0 while you finish out your journey characters or something like that. So there's a couple different ways to look at this. But I think that maybe taking a couple characters just to gear 13 or relic 1 is a way to take a heck of a lot of pressure off of that signal data, but we have to make sure that we're building characters that we're okay to leave at that relic level and not have to look at them every time and regret that we didn't put more relic levels on them. And we can always put more relic levels on in the future, right? It doesn't stop us from doing that someday, but just at the moment we build them, we save signal data for the next character. Or in my case, I would, put it at relic 0 and then take the character from the week before that's still relic 3 and put it up to relic 5 where I want it. So, yeah, it's an idea. And I can try this already on Obticeo. When I looked at my second tier character lists, I got things on there that I want to relic like Padme. I want to maybe take a shot at the gas event with less gear, and I talked before about maybe trying to do that with just gear 12 characters. But that B1 is a good example. You just take it to relic 1. It's a lot different than having it be at gear 12, and if we can go ahead and beat that event with the B1 just at relic 1, then we haven't wasted a whole lot of signal data and other relevant materials, and maybe we can get that done. So some things to look at there. Bastila for the Jedi Knight Revan team, just put her there at first. And Padme, I'm not really building Padme for any requirements. I just want to get her to relic 0 so that she doesn't get killed as easily in Conquest. So these are all things that we could try this experiment on. And maybe even Wampa and Savage. If we take Wampa to relic 1, it won't do all the things that a relic 7 Wampa might do. But, hey, good enough is good enough. And then when we need him for the journey with Luke, maybe we pop him up a couple more gear tiers, relic levels, something like that. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try this for science. We're going to see what happens. Second tier projects. Today, we're going to work on the relic project first, which is basically just getting Chewpio to gear 12, get him his 7th star, get him to gear 12, get him ready to relic. Then we're going to work on Ewoks for the C-3PO journey. I'm going to still try to get Savage built up, Padme, Jedi Training Rey team, and working into Jedi Training Rey. Again, we're eventually going to need her for the JML journey. So we'll work on that stuff in the background a little bit. The gas journey stuff we've got earmarked for a little bit of attention. And then Jedi Knight Revan stuff, which we're still collecting. Shards, we're still... got a long way to go to build the Revan Rex, so probably still 10 weeks or so before we get that to the point where we can do the journey. but that's the second tier projects. All right, let me just put up the title screen, go catch up on chat. I see a lot of stuff going on over there, so I got to catch up. All right, we've got Jacob Miller, Roman Sobek in the house. Cody Lay says hi. TK's here. Blackbird, Joseph Adams, David Dutrow. Imperial Doctrine account is begun. Let's hope you're having a good night. All right, David, that's awesome. Let me know how it goes. TK says, I'm sitting in the waiting room praying I get to see my wife tonight. What? What the heck, TK? Oh, man. Oh, that does not sound good at all. I hope it's something routine, but that does not sound good. I forgot my headphones, so the rest of the rating room will get to listen to DL. Oh, man. Doc told me everything went as planned. All right. Okay, TK. You had me worried there for a second. I thought maybe something terrible had happened, but if everything went as planned, then at least I don't have to worry too much. Sonam says, hey, yo. He's got a J in there. Hey, yo. Is that Dutch? Is that a Dutch J in there? I worked for an international company for a long time that was headquartered out of the Netherlands. And I know a ton of very cool people from the Netherlands. Yeah, it's awesome. Hey, DL, can you explain the reasoning behind not taking Executor to 6 stars? I have enough to do it, but I remember you saying something about it a couple weeks ago, so I just wanted to check. So it has to do with the ship timing. And I'll have to show you that on the Loquitur account. Let's get this time to rise out of here. No longer time to rise. We're already rising. So if you look at the Executor speed, and you take just a standard Piet with his relic 8, whatever, and you look at the ship speed. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I feel like it was something like 176 or something like that. So let's say it was 176. Then you look at the bounty hunter ships and look at a Razor Crest. And these guys are like 179. If you build up your Beskar Mando, maybe it's 181. It's something like that. But what happens in the timing when your Executor is 5 stars, the opponent's Razor Crest is what we care about. So the opponent's capital ship will always go before yours at 7 stars. They target somebody, they do the mass assist. Usually it's your Razor Crest. They rip a hole in it, and then your Houndstooth gets to taunt. And then their Razor Crest comes in behind and gets a big hit on your Razor Crest. Xanadu Blood is at 178. Okay, so maybe the capital ship's speed was more like 179. Anyway, it worked out in my fleet shard where the opposing enemy capital ship would go, the opposing enemy Razor Crest would go, and then my Executor would go. And I could do this heal skill, clear off the debuffs from my Razor Crest and heal it up a little bit, and get it back in the game and, do all the stuff that the skill does with really nice timing. And then maybe their Xanadu Blood goes next or whatever and comes out of stealth. And then because I had my ships timed a little bit slower, then my Xanadu Blood would go, mark them, call my Razor Crest to assist, get the Xanadu Blood marked, and I would be able to just kill their Xanadu Blood before it ever got a second turn. Putting the capital ship up to 6 stars increased the speed on the capital ship to 184. So now the enemy capital ship goes, they mass assist, and sometimes they don't target the Razor Crest. Sometimes they target the Razor Crest and I get a dodge. And then this skill just feels like such a waste of time because you're not really healing that much. And you don't really want to do this skill if you're, let's say you're doing a race to the alt. You want to wait until you've got your 4th ship on the field before you do this. That's what gets you to the alt before it gets them, before they get to the alt. So it just resulted in this awkward timing where I was just so much happier with the timing of that, with the sequence of the ships and how they went. And when I put it at 6 stars, it ruined the timing. Now, on my main account, I have a 7-star Executor, and I put the Relic 9 on the Piet and got the ship fast and all that stuff. And so I feel like at 5 stars, there's this really nice little setup that you can do, time the ships out right, and get very reliable wins against 7-star Executors. When you're at 7 stars, same thing. There's timing. You can pretty easily get your wins. But at 6 stars, I find it super clunky. So this is where I put in parentheses, this is my experience, parentheses, experience may vary. I don't know what other people's experiences are. I just have my particular fleet shard that I'm in. I know what those guys look like and what they do, and I know how it felt for me. So it's just, it's a comment. If you want to put it at 6 stars, go ahead. But for me, it ruined the timing. All right, Stick Ray is in the guild shop, though. Yeah, Stick Ray's in the guild shop, but Stick Ray's ship is on Stick Ray's node. So if I can farm Stick Ray while getting her ship at the same time, and I have the space to farm it, that seems like a better play than buying her out of the shop. I've already got a bunch of her. I made some purchases out of the shop of that character already on Obticeo. So if we go to resistance on the Obticeo account, I've got, where is she? Yeah, I mean, we're at 68 out of 85, so I think we got her at, 0 of 85. So I've either won or purchased 68 shards of her already. Anyway, so it's kind of a long-term thing. I just poked by every now and then. But yeah, so I'll start farming her so that I can also farm her ship. It's not like I'm building the ship or anything, but it's one of those things where I'm going to want it someday. So why not use it and get ahead? Can't resist the urge to feed those 6 shards to the shard shop. It's only 6, but hey, shard shop currency, shard shop currency. TK says, I made it to 1 million ally points. Wow, that is a lot of unopened bronzium packs. Relic 01. I read it as an R0 squad, Rogue 1. I was wondering who RO were. Relic 0. TK, you should watch a movie and open some packs. Or you could get like one of those medical fake fingers and just lay it on your phone so that the phone thinks your finger's on it. I just leave it on the button for like 6 hours. Overnight, just sleep, wake up the next morning, take it off of there. Probably do it with a hot dog too if you want. I'm sorry, that's a funny image. Take a little chunk of hot dog, put it on your phone so that it just activates the buy over and over again. I'll have to try the hot dog trick, see if it's going to work. Oh, man. It'll probably dry out overnight and quit working, but funny. Sliced and diced, the like button on the way in. Nice. Gabriel Smith says, love your guides, brother. My account is pretty in line with the Imperial Doctrine. Nice. That's awesome. If you're focusing on speed, maybe you can leave them at gear 12, but with the right side filled. The right side's what's hard. I mean, I always have stuff for the left side. The only part on the left side that ever gives me a problem is the one that uses the med packs. I hate burning up med packs, but no, I mean, if I'm going to put on the right side stuff, I'm going to take it to gear 13 all the way, for sure. All right. You'll miss out on datacrons if you leave it that low. Yeah, the point is that you don't need datacrons on everything. Like Zamucel. If you put Zamucel at relic 0, just take her up to relic so she has got a few more stats. She's sharing all that stats through her Omicron if you've got the Omicron. It's an extra 20 speed to give to her, which is more speed to give to everybody else. So it's just that it's better to have her at relic 0 than it is to have her at gear 12. The other thing you can do with characters like Zam and Queel is you can actually take a relic 0 character, relic 1, whatever, and you can put it with a team of scrubs. Like if you take a bounty hunter team with 4 bounty hunters at gear 8 that are all attackers, and you put them with Zam, then all of a sudden you've got this whole team of bounty hunters that have like 14,000 attack, because she gets 20% or shares 20% or whatever per attacker. So if there's 4 attackers, then she'll share just sickening amounts of attack with the rest of the team. It'll boost her attack in the first place, and then she'll share it out. But anyway, so you can do goofy things like that. You can have Queel share his stats. And it's more about building up these support characters. Again, Gideon, if you just made Gideon fast, you don't have to use Gideon in an Imperial Trooper team. There's just some teams out there that are fast. And let's say you're using the Mara Jade team. The thing you got to figure with the Mara Jade team, do I get to go first? And in a lot of cases, you just don't get to go first. You got a bad Mara Jade, your Thrawn's not that built up, so you're stuck. If you'd had Relic 0 Moff Gideon, the character is so fast, and with that 20 extra speed, you could easily have like a 320 speed Moff Gideon. And I mean, my Moff Gideon's like 365, 370 with good speed mods on them. So getting to 320 is not even that hard. So you put that into your Empire team. It's an Empire character. It fits in with the Mara Jade team. It does do debuffs, so it's all good. And you just take him and drain their turn meter down to where you need it, and all of a sudden you're going first in your matchups with the Mara Jade team. So there's a bunch of these characters that are already good at Gear 12. They're a little bit better at Relic. So just put them at Relic, but don't spend the signal data. That's the theory. That's what we're going to try. Arva's in the house. Arva says datacrons are not for everyone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't need datacrons on everything. Yeah. It's like mods. They're fairly easy, farmable, free to play. Biggest problem I see in general is that if you build a character to relics, I want to be able to use datacron with him. That means a minimum relic 3. Yeah. No, I get it. And if you want to do that, again, my belief, my honest belief, people are just going to run out of signal data. Unless you just take everything you ever build and you only ever go to Relic 5 and you don't ever build higher relics, Relic 3 and Relic 5, then you can get by. But as soon as you want to Relic 8, Relic 9 something, you're just going to go so far past your ability to generate signal data. And my thing is, I took a character to Relic 5. I need to take a couple weeks to take him to Relic 8. You're going to do that. Well, in the meantime, just put a character at Gear 13. You can build up a character in the background, put it at Gear 13. It's a character that you wouldn't have otherwise had at Gear 13. And then you just go back into relicking whoever you wanted to relic next. So it's the ability to apply the Gear 13 materials faster and outrun your signal data that generates this conversation. And if you have a character, like let's say you did a couple troopers to Relic 0, and then they come out with this datacron that they've got right now where it's a huge advantage for Imperial troopers. Well, you can just pop them up all to Relic 5 and make use of that datacron because they're already started. I don't know. I think it's a good theory. I really think that it's going to I think that it's going to work. I think there's beneficial characters that I could do this with, not lose the relic timing on my journeys, but get something a little extra out of it without stressing out over signal data. All right. TK says she had her reconstruction today. Nice. Okay. Gabriel says, I was wondering about where a lot of the right side relic materials come from. Following your advice with the shard shop, all left side stuff comes easy. All the right side gear seems to take an eternity. It does, but that's what you farm, right? So whenever I say I'm going to relic a character next week or I'm going to relic a character in 2 weeks, quite literally, what I do is I go in there and I see how much gear they need. So if I say, okay, Savage, okay, I've got 15 of these. I've got tons of these, so I don't have to farm it. I've got tons of these. I get to farm a couple of them. Oops. And I need 17 of these. When I'm looking at this character, I'm good to go, right? Like this isn't even hard. It's 3 different kind of materials. I only need a few of each. So I would say, yeah, I'm going to be able to farm all that stuff up within 1 week. You look at a character like this 3PO and Chewie that we're going to work on. So because I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and click this upgrade button to put him on gear 12. And you're going to see furnace, and this piece. When you have duplicate stuff like this, you got to farm everything for 1, and then you got to farm everything for a second 1. And okay, so that's going to take 2 weeks, right? So that's it. That stuff I just have to farm. There's no way around it. There's not an easy and convenient way. And if I ever figure out some way to really accelerate the shard shop to crazy dimensions, right? I haven't figured it out so far, but if you could really accelerate this shard shop even more, then you start having the option. These are 720. You can always make 2 purchases down here for the same price as one of these. But if you got to the point where your shard shop had 7,000 or 8,000 currency in it that you hadn't spent and you didn't need to spend, you could seriously take a look at buying some of this material out of the shard shop. I haven't got there yet, guys. Haven't figured out that fast of a cycle yet. Like, see these Mark IVs? When it cost $420 for 5 of them, I didn't feel like it was that great of a deal because I can spend $360 for 4 of something that I really need up here. But now that you can get 10 of them every time, man, it feels like such a good deal. I almost can't resist clicking that button. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but man, my finger gets itchy. It's too good. Too good, that shard shop. All right. Hey, DL, thanks for the advice on Discord to pull the trigger and go for Lord Vader. Not sure if I should love you or curse you. You'll curse me for a little while, because right at the end of the Darth Vader journey, you're going to be in that position where you have to finish out the high relics that are requirements for Lord Vader's journey, and you're also going to want to get Lord Vader to Relic 9. And then I'm telling you, if you build Vader to Relic 9, you want to build the Royal Guard to Relic 9, because that red Royal Guard is just insane in the Vader team at Relic 9. And that's when you'll truly hate me. But then when you put those characters on defense in Grand Arena, and no opponent ever gets past your Royal Guard unless they bring in an auto kill, then you'll love me again. So it's kind of like, first you'll love me, then you'll hate me, then you'll forgive me. That's the goal. Hey DL, I've missed the streams. What's your plan now that the profundity is finished? I'm sticking with the JML idea. I'm going to work on Jedi Master Luke on this Obticeo account for sure. Hey everyone, wanted to ask if the ship grind for SLKR is insane is the same as for Ray. DL, you said you bought the Radis for crystals or cash. Oh, crystals. Crystals always. Even when I was on my main account and I was spending cash on the game, I would tend to buy the packs out of the shop for crystals. And whenever I spent money, I would just buy crystals. Because basically I was buying enough crystals so that I could do the 50 cost refreshes and also the 100 cost refreshes on mods. And then, when I wanted that stuff, like the Radis, I would just buy it with crystals. So the events come up, I think, twice a month for the Radis and Finalizer. And, if you're on the Ray journey and you just buy, like, one pack every 2 weeks when the event's up. I don't know the exact timing, but you'll get a 5-star Radis without even stressing out about it. The finalizer is worth building. Some people have come to me before and said, man, I missed my timing and I just got the finalizer event and I'm almost ready. And it's like, well, just buy the 5th star. You know, even if you get 4 stars out of the event, you can still just go into the shop and buy the 5th star and not wait. So, yeah. Or even if you miss the timing altogether, you can buy 5 stars of it for 145. And then when you complete the event, you'll just increase the stars in your finalizer. So, yeah, there's a lot of ways to do that, but I'd buy it for crystals. TK says, like when Homer set up the bird to hit a key on his computer. David Dutrow said the bird almost caused a meltdown. That's funny. Beskar Bandito says, hello, Inquisitors. TK says it's the Bronzium wiring for him. Arva says he feels like the crunch is Kairos and Gear 12 Plus materials. See, I feel like I've got Kairos solved. Like look at Loquitur here. I mean, we're building good characters. We're building new characters. We're doing everything we want to do in the game. And the Cairo count... Where's the Cairo count? What am I missing? I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm going crazy. Where's Kairos? Good gravy. I know they're in here somewhere. Is it all the way down here in Bronzium wiring? That can't be right. Is it? Okay, I've gone completely insane. What am I looking at? I thought Kairos were here. Wow. Okay. Let's look at a character. Let's find a character that needs Kairos. She probably needs some Kairos somewhere, right? Nope. I'm going insane, folks. We'll just look at node 7B. There we go, 396 Kairos. So I've been keeping an inventory of Kairos, and it's been floating around 400 to 500 for months now. And I'm farming 9F. I mean, you guys saw where it came up to. I mean, I'm farming this node, and just with purchases for Get 2, and with you know, I'm not even making purchases for Kairos here. Not at the Grand Arena store anymore. I'm buying signal data all the time. So it's just with some Get 2, and I've been, you know, farming that node on and off and using the Get 2. And that's it. That's it. No problem with Kairos. Vel says the same thing. I'm really ahead on Kairos, probably just because I did the raid journey that didn't need many. My bottleneck is signal data and carbonite circuit boards. No issues with Bronzium. That'll change, Slide. I mean, over time, statistically, you just don't get enough of the material for the Bronzium wiring. But yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then you're lucky. Right side furnaces are the worst, says TK. Finishing Radis tonight when the event arrives. Yeah, nice. Then ticket farming. Dalton Miles says, that's what I'm working on, the final high relic characters for Lord Vader. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I did it on my main account, and it was rough. I'm saving prestige for Executor, but unlock Malevolence. Is Malevolence fleet viable at level 85, but with level 1 abilities? No, put the abilities on. I mean, unless you're going to go straight to 7 stars on the Executor, if you build these capital ships and you don't go to 7, 7 is what takes, I think it's 1900 prestige to fill out a capital ship, something like that. But if you don't do the level 8 skills, that drops to something like 930 prestige or something. So, yeah, if you're just not putting on the level 8 skills, either because you're not building a 7-star Executor or you just can wait, that's a ton of prestige you need. But no, I would definitely invest in the Malevolence. I would invest heavily in the Malevolence. It is such a good ship. So good. This skill gets maxed, period, end of list. Just don't even think. Just go in here and click that up to max as long as your Grievous is good enough. And then you could see what I did here. I maxed out this skill. Eventually calling the target ally to assist is a big deal. This is okay when you get to the 8th level, but you can literally leave all of these at 4 until you're ready to go to 8. So that's what I would say. You know, if you're conserving prestige, take all these skills at least to level 4, and then once you get the capacity to, this skill and this skill have to go to 8. But no, you don't want to leave Malevolence at skill level 1. You want to invest in that, even if it means that you have to wait a little bit on your... like I said, unless you're going straight to 7-star Executor and maxing the skills, in which case, do your thing. We got to get back to the Obticeo account. I've been chatting with chat for too long. We got to get in here, mash some buttons. All right, so we took 3PO and Chewie to gear 12. We put on the initial pieces that I'd farmed for relic materials, so we got that going. And we still need half of a furnace. We still need half of a cuff, and we still need half of this. I switch off farming. I farm like a little bit of all the pieces that I know I need to farm, because if Conquest comes up, then I can buy some of these materials, and the more that I can buy, the better off I am. So I don't know. I've just kind of gotten the habit of, I'll get this up to 50 next, and then, work through them a bit at a time. But I tend to collect a little bit at a time. All right, Chief Chirpa. Let's get in here and promote this dude. We got him farmed up all the way to 7 stars. He's not really the Ewok that I feel like I want to upgrade the most. I feel like that belongs to Paplu. Look at Wat Tambor strutting around. Finally get him to 7 stars. That's a lot of shards for the shard shop. 40 shards. I only needed 2. He was at 98 forever. So we take him up to 7 stars. We got Wicket up to 6 stars. When we get him to 7 stars, he'll unlock an extra 2 Zetas for the event that comes around. Vandor Chewbacca here. We're going to go ahead and take him up to 7 stars. Finished farming him finally. And that is a character that I do want to gear 12 and maybe relic 0. That may in fact be the first character that I do that with on this account when it's appropriate. Let's pump up Greedo. I think there's still somebody else down here that needs some shard. Needs a promotion. We got a bunch of free stuff with that event where Boosh and Scando were available. All right. Nothing else that I want to do right now. So we'll leave that alone. All right, let's go over to the squads. Take a look at our second tier work here. Kind of got things laid out. There's the Gas Rex, JTR. This team just is just so I can look at it. I mean, I don't know if I'm even going... You know what? Let's just put that one all the way at the bottom. You can put that one all the way at the bottom just to show that it's there for looks. Padme will get some love someday, but she's not the top priority right now. All right, Paplu is. If we gear 12 Paplu, that's that's some good stuff. We're gonna throw away a stun gun and some stun cuffs. Some good gear going in here, but it's not too bad of a sacrifice. Take him up, then we can do 6 dot mods on him for the... That's a Zeta. We're not going to Zeta Paplu. But put 6 dot mods on him is a pretty big deal. And then that's it. I hope that we can do the event at 7 stars that way. All right, then Savage is something that we said we wanted to work on. We got him to gear 12. There's really not much we can do there at the moment. I don't know. Let's go try this crazy journey. Okay. Where's that 3PO at? Let's see what we can do. Got the stuff in here that we want. We didn't really trade out mods. Probably need to put the loadout on him from steal that from Thrawn again, I think is what we did last time. So let's do that again. Moff Gideon. We took it from Moff Gideon. Okay. And then with Paplu, what we can do, we can stick those Mon Mothma on Paplu. Make him better. Assign a loadout. These are some pretty good speed mods, speed subs. Give him some health. Much more speed. Another 50 speed is good. 55 speed. Alright, so we got good mods on the characters that can have good mods. Let's get in there and see what we can do. Okay. Inflict speed down. Paplu gains taunt. Okay, let's call to assist over here. Let's stir the pot. Get rid of some buffs. Man, Paplu's taking a shellacking over here already. This is the heal over time, right? Let's do that. This is the taunt. We got to heal over time. Retribution. Get the taunt up. And for now, we're just going to stay on the commando. Try to kill the tank right away. I've had some success with doing this in the other times I've tried this event. So we'll get him out of here first. Chewbacca will come out of stealth here shortly, so once that happens, we will focus on Chewbacca. Stir the pot again, get some more dazes up. My guys are fast. My guys are fast. Look at them. Look at them go. Oh. You know what? We'll use the res. Why not? This is the heal over time again. Why not? Paplu takes a big hit there. We're going to use the assist. Get some damage. We're not going to use the heal from Elder right now. Hold off on it. We'll use the taunt again. We've got an expose on, so it might be a bad idea to taunt, but let's try it. Ah, it was good damage there. Yeah. Getting it. All right, let's stir the pot on Han. I call it stirring the pot. You guys must see that animation where he takes his stick and he looks like he's stirring something with it. Seems like he should have a big cauldron or something out in front of him when he does that. Alright, more exposes on our Paplu. Okay. Tebow getting hurt, we don't really care. This is going well. I feel like this is a win, right guys? This is a win. I shouldn't say that. As soon as I say that, they're just going to like focus my Elder and just like smash him into the ground, right? So we better not get too cocky. Don't get cocky, kid. I heard you. I heard you, Han. That's why I'm beating your face in. Dispensing good advice to these other rebels. Take you down for that. Alright, R2 next, I guess. Tempting to just put this thing in auto. Smack. Oh, no taunt. We got the confusion. We're confused. We don't know what's going on. Yep, stirring the pot again. Alright. Good gravy, this R2-D2 is just stout. He's like tanking for days, this guy. Luckily we're fast, right? We're taking a lot of turns. We're not hitting hard, we're just taking a lot of turns. Stay on R2. I'm not going to change delay at this point. Hit him with the flag. All right. Now I feel comfortable just putting it in auto. We'll catch up on chat. Let this finish out. All right. Talking about the Night Sister stuff. What gear levels do you need for Challenge Tier 1 with the Night Sisters AB? Relic 3 DACA, says Vels. Yeah, if you Relic 5 your DACA, the rest of them can just be whatever. Arva says Talzin lead. Yeah, you definitely want the DACA Zeta. You want the Talzin Zeta. And Arva says Ventress unique helps but isn't required. Yep, I think that's actually what I put in the Hope of the Rebellion was DACA, Talzin, and Asajj. I just saw a great video where Paplu actually benefits more from health than protection. Not much protection recovery in Ewok kit, so health is better. Talking about health versus protection in an Ewok team is kind of like polishing the brass on the Titanic. You know? It looks good, but it's all going down. You can make your Ewoks good, but it's all going down. It's going downhill. Oh, that's funny. What a terrible team. Man, the Ewoks are just, they're on the border of being good, right? Like if they got some kind of Ewok lifter, I think the Ewok team could actually have some potential to be pretty good. All right, let's just do that for now. Get the taunt up. Soak a few hits here. Soak a few ouchies. Does this cleanse? Dispel debuffs, recover health. That's good. We do that. Get the healing immunity off of Paplu. Try to go over here on Chewbacca. Let's get our Tebow back. Don't know that Tebow helps that much, but having 5 Ewoks is better than having 4. So we'll do that. We'll put him under stealth so he can hide out and stay alive longer. Not using the heal overtime yet. Hit him with the flag. R2 is going to put them all into stealth here in a second. So, or did he? He didn't already do that ability, did he? Now I think we have to do the heal overtime. I should have done a basic right there. I should have done a basic on Paplu because that would have cleared the taunt. Yeah, there we cleared the taunt. Too late. All right, let's see if we can get him back. Has a chance to resurrect people, but it doesn't. So the Paplu is out. The Chewbacca is in stealth. Ooh. 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 Going down here, guys. Going down. All right, let's see if we can get Paplu back. We did. That's good. We'll use the mass assist right here. Again, I really wish I could use it on Chewbacca, but right now the target is to at least, if we can get one of them down, that helps us. Even if it's this guy. Even if it's just the tank that we got to kill. Alright, alright. Chewbacca back out of stealth. Yep, let's get over there. Get the taunt back on Paplu. Get daze on some people. Oof. Oof, Paplu down. Chewbacca left out of stealth. Interesting. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. That expose is bad. We don't really want the expose. Let's get rid of that. Alright. Come on. Oh, that's it. That's it. Alright. I'm not gonna sit here and do this the whole night. So that's the team I'm gonna use. The gear that I have on it is good enough. The mods that I have on it are good enough. I will be able to get 7-star C-3PO with this team. I'm confident of it. I just need to play it enough times to get the RNG to work out in my favor. So we're gonna leave it off there, and I will do the rest off stream because I have something else that I have to do tonight. So let's get in here and see what we want to do for second tier stuff here. We could work a little bit. I think C-3PO just needs all the gear we can give him, so let's do that first. If we can get past all the advertisements here. Okay, that put him to gear 10. We need this for gear... Wow, I haven't run out of that piece in a while. That comes out of the shop for cheap. We could buy 20 of them for 160. I'm going to do that so I can click the upgrade button again. And that's going to allow me to see everything that I need to see to get him to gear 12. Out of Carbantes, so we need that for next week. So this should be doable to gear 12 for next week. We'll get a relic onto Chewpio. We'll get gear 12 onto C-3PO. And be off to the races. Alright, and then we're going to look through all of this and see if there's anybody else that's got green pluses. Nope. B1 Battle Droid does, though. Take that. Take it again. Ooh. We're going to stop there. I feel like I'll be using important stuff if I click that button again. Alright, and we're going to build one character a week out of these, the bottom stuff. So, what am I doing? Come on. Why do I keep clicking that? Take this to 85. Throw that down. Oh, we can upgrade his skills to like 8. Or his gear tiers. Carbonti already. Okay, so we'll take him to gear 7. So we'll do like one a week. That gives me a good bank of stuff for what do I have? Yeah, I've actually got to go back and redo Mon Mothma, and yeah, okay. So let's put Mon Mothma's mods back on her. Yep. And we'll put Gideon's mod back on him. Where is he? And then we're just going to lock in for Grand Arena like that. I realize that the Ewoks don't have their mods, but I've just got to call guys, and I've got to get this done and move on. I'm not going to be able to spend any more time with the stream because I have other Unfortunately, going to have to go. All right, so we're going to sign up for Grand Arena like that. There's not really anything in ships that I have to develop right now, so we're going to leave the ships alone. We're going to take one last look through the characters and see if there's anything else in here. Wat Tambor can get a level, but I don't even kind of care, and it takes Kairos, so just leave him alone. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want for now. We could take Luke to Relic 5. But again, if you look at my signal data count down here, by the time I relic Chewpio next week, I won't have enough signal data, or if I do, I'm going to barely have enough signal data to get him to Relic 5. I don't even think I'll get him to Relic 5. It'll be close. Farming that much signal data in 1 week is probably beyond this account's capabilities right now. And I want to take these guys to higher relics. All right, we're going to finish out this team. We're going to do 3PO and Chewie, then we'll do C-3PO. And then I'm going to do a Relic 0. Take a break, get the signal data under control. That's the plan. We're going to execute the plan. All right, guys. Number 1 in fleet, check that out. Boom. Number 11 in guild activity. Lost in Grand Arena. I couldn't play yesterday. I was that guy. I did one battle and just lost both GACs on both accounts because there was just no way for me to play them out. So, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Sign up on the Loquitur account. All right, catch up on chat. I needed 37 attempts to beat this event with my low gear Ewok. Such a pain. C-3PO is the Ewok lifter? Yeah, but he's needed everywhere else. Well, I also just checked. I only need 1.5 Kairos to qualify for the Grand Inquisitor event. Gerbil has great videos with Ewoks. Surprisingly, actually good when modded properly and better as an offense team. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I feel like the Ewoks are right at the borderline. Like them and the Jawas, they can be good in certain circumstances. And I feel like if there was just something there, something to make it more consistent what they can do. CLS looks sad at R4, says Arva. Yep. Those mods look even sadder. Oh yeah, we've got mod problems. Yeah, this account has definitely outgrown my ability to mod it, for sure. But when the CLS team is all relic, when I get these two guys to relic, we'll go through and we'll remod the whole roster. We'll remake the whole roster. Alrighty, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me for this evening. Thank you all for coming out to visit. Appreciate each and every one of you. Like, subscribe, hit the like button on the way out. If you didn't hit it on the way in, I would appreciate that, please. And join us over on the Discord. Like most of the cool people that are commenting in here are hanging out in the Discord. And very smart players, knowledgeable guys and gals. And if you want to ask them questions on the Discord, a lot of people will be willing to help you out. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next